Yellow.
Hey,
Hi.
uh,
Oh, the world's going to shit.
is it?
Cell phone towers breaking down. Uh,
I mean, I still have service, so.
yeah, no, I didn't lose mine either.
Huh?
I didn't lose mine. I
Yeah.
more of an AT&T thing. It sounded like, but not entirely.
No, there's some T-Mobile and Verizon are affected as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if that's because of tower sharing, because they do sometimes do that.
Yep. That's probably correct.
I had a feeling that has to be what it is.
Yeah, I didn't think about that one. I know it was like a it's probably less. Yeah, ever since like LTE and 5G and all that, it's been. It used to be like different technologies between the different like GSM and CDMA or whatever it was. TDMA.
CDMA is old,
Oh yeah, that's right.
old technology.
Yeah, for sure.
World War II?
Really? Jeez,
Yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
when it was. I don't know if that's when it was found, but it was used in World War II.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh wow.
I didn't even know that
Yeah.
until I worked for a cell phone company. I'm like, wait, what? CDMA has been around since that long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no. Um, what do you think? Let's do it. All right.
And do it.
Okie dokie. Well, then, in three, two, one. Just kidding. Give me a second. Three, two, one. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Disnerds Plus, where we talk about your favorite nerdy shows on Disney Plus. This is episode 58 for Thursday, February 22nd, 2024. Today we are talking about Echo number 3, Tuklo.
Tuklo.
I'm Shane.
Oh, I'm Mike.
Well, hello, Mike. How's it going?
Hey, hey. Good.
Good.
Still in the grand old life.
That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
We're finally getting around to the, let's call it the hump of Echo here, I suppose. The
hump
midway.
of Echo.
The hump of
Echo
Echo.
hump.
That sounds like a book title or something.
That just sounds really bad.
Yes. This would be the Wednesday, the very middle. Here we are. Yeah.
By the way, the new Bad Batch season just started.
I am never gonna keep up with all this. I mean, it's it shouldn't take me too
It's
long.
really, really good.
Is it
I
really
was like,
good? Shit, that means
oh my god,
there's a lot of
it's really
cool
good.
cameos and shit, I'm sure.
The first three are like, dang, and this is gonna get dark.
Well, I have never heard you get more excited. I don't think about maybe about any series.
Especially the third episode. The third episode, I got pretty excited just because, yeah, they're finally connecting things. Let's just say that they're connecting
That's
things, and
awesome.
it's
All right.
making
Well,
sense.
now you got me. Yeah, I need to just do it. Catch up.
It's only 3 episodes. They're like 25 minutes apiece, something like that.
Oh, they're releasing them week to week.
They released three at for this yesterday. They released three,
Uh-huh.
but then going forward every Wednesday it's going to be one.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
So they had a
They're
3 episode premiere.
Yeah, they were really experimenting with their release.
They are throwing that around differently in every way. They're released Echo all the way, doing 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. Did Ahsoka drop 2 or something?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Yeah, I think Ahsoka dropped 2 as well.
And then Echo.
I mean, I like it when they at least give you a little bit of the like just like a quarter at the beginning, because then you're like, oh man, I'm set. You don't even have to go through them right away. I mean, of course, I'll go through them right away because that's me. But
It's
like for
what you
you,
do.
you,
Yeah.
you could
Yeah.
take her easy and to have one like one when you're doing your 30-minute, 40-minute run, just turn it on while you're on the treadmill.
I'm actually back up to an hour, not 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. An hour.
I
He's
know,
like,
but I gotta say,
me.
I gotta slow it down after
Just don't run 16 miles and then have to call someone to pick you up.
Oh boy, never gonna live that one down. Okay, Mike. I'll just say, yeah, Mike had to do that once, and then I stunk the crap out of his car. Apparently,
That was the only reason I bring it up, is because the smell is just. I didn't think a person can have a smell.
Smell like that.
I was like, what the fuck?
I am sorry about
like
that, but thank you for potentially saving my life. I was like maybe on the verge of being dehydrated.
You literally dehydrate, or just like your pores just was like salt at the end because you're just white.
I guess
You're
I was
like
by a
white
drinking fountain, or if you're from this area, a bubbler. Look it up, folks. But yeah, I guess that was probably rough for both of us.
Glad you haven't made that mistake again.
Yes, although I did just sign up for another marathon. So stay tuned.
If I pick you up, you're going in the trunk because I have a hat now. So
fair enough. Okay, well, I suppose we should start talking about what we saw prior to this.
Previously on
Echo. We talked about we saw that historic game of lacrosse being played by the Choctaw people there by their Alabaman pyramids. We saw Biscuits bringing some things to Maya, and then ending up taking her, getting some additional things, and then going on a mission where she did some craziness on a train, and Biscuits beat the shit out of Chula's truck in the process. We saw Chula visiting Henry at the skating rink again, just basically checking in on what Maya was up to, and apparently she's just passing through town was what he reassured her, and she kind of confirmed that he makes sure that's the case. And then we saw the warehouse, one of them their Fisk warehouses get a little splodiness going on. From the aforementioned train, what we thought was a heist was in fact a planting of a bomb, and then Maya she kind of got her leg there, her artificial leg damaged, and had a replacement created by Skully. And Biscuits Biscuits immediately ends up passing by Chula as she's delivering mail, does not collect goes straight to the mechanic, and proceeds to get on the CB or whatever radio to try to sell his PS4 to make up the funds to pay for said damages. Even though it's like, I mean, I think Maya probably owes him for that. It wasn't his thing, but then we had Henry at the very end, kind of trying to reason with Maya, and her shooting at a swing and kind of getting these visions again as that was happening. All right. Well, hey, onward to Tuklo.
Tuklo. Yeah. So we started in the late 1800s with I don't know even what kind of like filming style that was. Like,
Silent film.
how do you, silent film. Thank you. Silent film. And it says late 1800s, and it talked about the tribal police. I said trial police. Tribal police called the Light Horsemen.
Such a cool name.
Yeah, right. Tuklo is basically, they say Tuklo's a mighty force, and wanted to be part of the Light Horsemen. She's good at shooting and aiming because she can. Then throws like a, I don't know, it's not like a tomahawk, but it's like a stick, but like actually made like durable. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
A club. We'll call it a club.
and yeah. So we just a quick point out. We do see her. Is she at the very end of the last episode? It was. I think it was like when Maya was shooting at the swing, that we got a quick glimpse of her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Where was I here? Oop. So then she basically asked her father, she wants to join the Light Horsemen. And her father's like, no, women are life givers and men are life takers. Then we see her at a creek, and she's braiding her hair, and then there's another like card that comes up basically saying that men have braided hair. I'm guessing that's a new like
Mighty
a
Warriors.
Native American thing. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it is just that. So off the top of my head, it reminded me of something. I think it was that high heels were originally for men as well. It's like one of those things where it's interesting how some of those trends change over time. But yeah, this makes sense. So I don't know the the history, but I wonder if if this is a historical figure, if that was a real thing, if she kind of started the trend of women wearing braids or something.
Maybe. Well, then we see her. We see her looking at the water, and she starts seeing the spiral image at. Oh, what was the first one's name? The first ancestor.
Oh yeah, Chaka.
Chocolate, yeah. So with where they were drinking out of the water, it was like a spiral. So Tuklo, I'm trying to keep these names are just like they're hard to remember. Tuklo then sees that and then starts seeing images of her ancestors. And then as that's happening, her father and the light horsemen are going after some thieves, and they get ambushed. As they get ambushed, all of a sudden, Tuklo is out there, starts shooting them left and right, and saves her dad and the light horseman. Basically, I think she probably became a light horseman at that time and just proved to her father, like, yeah, I can do this. And then we cut to Skully's pawn shop. Who wants to go pawning?
Go. Oh, Skully's pawn.
So we see Chula at the door, and she's buzzing in, and lets her in, and she says, I think she says thank you in Native American.
I kind of think Skully deserves his own show. like his own Pawn Stars kind of show.
They should make him comedy, like a little podcast like show of it. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? It could be that I don't know what ends up happening because I've only seen up to this point, but I kind of wish Chula and him would get back together, and I don't know if that happens, but I'm hoping they do, and then they get their own show, the Chula and Skully show. That'd be great.
Chula Skully show. Oh boy. Well, as Chula comes in, and then all of a sudden you hear Skully rustling around, and finally comes out and starts putting the moves on Chula and talking Indian to her, and he's
He
like,
pu-
"You like it, you like it when I talk Indian to you."
I liked it when he buzzes her in, and there's like this music playing and is coming from his office, and then he moves his hips
I
in
know
a
he does
way
a weird waddle or something. I don't know. It was very weird. So yeah, so then they go back to his office to talk about Maya. And Shula's worried about Biscuits being involved with Maya, getting in trouble possibly, and basically Scully tells Chula that she's just her and Maya are alike, and family, and that maybe she should listen to what Maya has to say instead of just trying to say something
which
to Maya.
Chula doesn't agree with her being alike.
No, not at all.
But it's not. It's a
And
very
then,
short conversation. First, he sits down on the couch, and then she
oh yeah,
tells
and
him
then
to
she's
sit
like,
over
"Get out of
there,
here."
and he's like, "That hurts my back."
She's like, "I know what's up. I know you can't sit here." But yeah, then she basically like gets the lowdown that's she should talk to Maya, and she's stubborn. She won't. And Maya's stubborn, so they won't. They're like both stubborn. So yeah, they're basically. I would think they're like.
Mm-hmm.
And then Chula walks out.
I don't know if
And
Chula's
then it
blown up any warehouses as of late, but
no. So yeah, that's fair. Um, so now we are taken to a field where we see Vickie is on the phone with someone, and this person tells Vickie to get Maya ready for tonight. Basically, probably one of the goons from Fisk is club or gang. Ooh, excuse me.
oh yeah, I think it is.
Uh,
I think it shows that it's Zane at this point.
mm,
At least
I don't even know.
the
I
subtitles,
missed it. If it's
I
insane.
believe, said
Oh,
mentioned that it
I
was
just put
Zane.
I just put leader.
Yeah,
I didn't.
mean,
I missed it.
he's kind of like, well, I don't know if it's the case. He kind of seems like he's maybe the new Maya, like he's the second in command or something to Fisk, maybe.
He's a little weird.
Yeah,
Um,
scary.
yeah. So let's see. So then we're back at Maya's house. Maya is walking around there's a pond in the backyard. It looks like they're walking around it, and as she's walking around, she starts getting visions of her ancestors, mainly Tuklo. Um, and then as she's having these visions, we jump back to her getting like what's that? What is it, like chloroform basically
Yeah,
put over her that
yeah.
knock her out,
Mm-hmm.
and then and that's it. Then all of a sudden get her point of view waking up in her uncle's roller ring, upside down, basically tied up to the disco ball until she falls off, and because of her leg, like breaks the prosthetic leg into, so she could get down from the disco ball.
Yeah, I thought she was like hovering directly above the disco ball. Like
Mm.
she didn't crash into it though. It didn't seem like.
No, it was yeah, it was right. She was like tied to it, and then when she fell, it fell.
All right, makes sense.
So then we see Vickie and two girls walk up to her, and you can see them like discussing, and no audio, but they're trying to like figure out what to do.
So I
And
didn't get. Do
they
you know? Like, I got the impression one of them was like with Vickie, and maybe the other one was the sister, right? Is that the deal? Or were
I
they
don't
all
know, to be
siblings?
honest.
Maybe. I know
I
at
don't
one
know.
point they talk about the sister, but I don't know. We'll probably not.
Sure.
Something tells me we
Bridget
won't
and Grace.
learn too much more about those characters.
Probably not. Probably not. So yeah. So then we have these what I like to call the hillbilly posse.
the the redneck trio.
Yeah. Then you see Henry tied up as they're moving Maya to the back. And then we see the hillbilly posse argue and trying to figure out what to do. And like, who's gonna watch her? Like, blah blah blah. And then I think Bridget, the bigger
Yeah,
one, watches them.
Yeah, she was like, well, if you're gonna, if nobody else is gonna volunteer, I'll do it, or if you're too afraid or something.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, then all of a sudden Bonnie is at the front door knocking, trying to get, find out where Henry is. And then she can't get in the front, so she walks in the back, and the back's unlocked, of course. All of a sudden they must have untied Henry, because Henry walks up to the back hallway and stops Bonnie and is basically like, oh yeah, everything's good, kind of trying to play her off. But he's also signing on his right hand side.
Yeah, which
No one
is
can really see what he's doing.
facing directly away from what's his face,
Vickie, yep. So he basically kind of warns her, like, hey, this is not good. This is what's up. So Bonnie goes outside, or she leaves, like, okay. Kind of walks a little fast. I would have been a little bit slower than that. Not to walk that fast. It looked weird. So yeah, she tries to call it in on her fireman radio, and all of a sudden she gets snatched and taken away. Let's see. And then she is taken back in the same room Maya's basically at right now. So then Bonnie and Maya actually see each other for the first time in years, since they were kids. And of course they start arguing. Bonnie and while Bonnie's trying to get her attention, Maya's trying to find something to escape with, trying to figure out a way to get out of the situation. Then Henry tries to talk Vickie out of turning Maya in, and he's basically warning, like, this is not going to be good for you. So then we're all three of the hillbilly posse are in the back, and Bonnie and Maya attempt to escape.
Oh yeah, she had
As like Maya throws the one girl's phone at her, and like, what the and gets her all discombobulated.
Oh, sorry, you already talked about her boot, knife, blade, whatever it was that she used to.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Cut herself loose.
Cut herself loose.
And then
before the argument, while they were arguing, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So yeah, Maya starts. What did I put there? I can't see.
You said this is the
So yeah, Maya's still in the back room, and they, she starts like kicking their ass and stuff, and then they run out of the room and lock her back into that room. They take Bonnie with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which seemed
then
seemed kind of ineffective. Like I'm gonna punch you, and then so she does, and then somehow she winds up outside. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, you punch your own cousin, but you're gonna take me with. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's a weird one, but so then we bet. I think it's Vickie and the other, the curly haired one, the little one. It comes to the front. I'm designating one. They go to the front with Bonnie, and we see a group of guys coming in to meet up with Vickie. Vickie meets with the leader, which is, his name is Zane, and Zane's he's an interesting guy, I gotta say. He's a little
off his rocker.
Yeah, I gotta say, screw loose up there, buddy.
I think he might have also been with the other, his like companion that he was walking out of the warehouse with when it exploded.
Oh, that's
think,
true.
I think he might have been one of them there.
So Vickie starts talking to him, and he's like, "I want to, let's make a deal. Like, you show me the money, I'll show you where Maya is." And Zane's like, "That's not protocol." And basically he says, "You give me Maya, then you'll get the money." And they're, back and forth for a little bit here.
Yeah, he's very unconfident in the matter because you can tell he's a bit intimidated by Zane and his thugs.
And Zane's like, "I'm gonna kill you anyway." That's how he's thinking right now.
Right.
So then we go back to Maya, and she takes a roller skate and kind of makes like a makeshift roller skate gun that shoots like lug nuts with by the way,
Badass.
with a laser sight. So that's
Yeah.
even better. I'm like, where'd the laser come from?
I didn't even think twice about that one.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that. I was like, I get, like, okay, that makes sense here in the back. That's probably the shop area, fixing some roller skates. But how did a laser come out of that? Like,
Oh,
just got this
because of the laser tag,
laser.
I guess. It was
I
the
guess.
laser tag
Oh,
guns.
maybe
That
it
makes
was a
sense.
gun. Maybe that's why I missed. Oh yeah. Well, see,
How did she get it to
put it
shoot?
together.
Oh, she's just using the laser. I don't know. She's very
But the laser
MacGyver-like,
gun wouldn't
apparently.
have like any like kind of piston, like it's just
Yeah.
a gun that turns on a light.
Oh,
So
it's that kind of laser tag.
yeah, you actually shoot these colorful lug nuts at people, and once you hit them, you got them. It's laser tag with a real
Yay.
bolt. Yeah. So yeah,
It's like Jimmy lost an eye the other day.
So Maya starts shooting this gun at the like there's a window above the door that's where she's locked in that is kind of open, and she can see like the outside ceiling. See, there's a hanging light.
Mhm.
She tries to shoot it. First time she shoots it, the one girl on the outside is watching YouTube how to be
Yeah, this
like
was
how to
great.
kidnap or
This
something. I'm
was
like, what?
that felt a little felt a little out of place. It felt like She-Hulk esque, like something you'd see out of that show. It was just so ridiculous. Like what was it? How to be? Because I'm thinking like, oh, she's watching like a how to negotiate with with not hostages. What do you call it? People that are holding people hostage. There's a name for that, I'm sure. But no, it was the opposite. It was basically like, for some reason, somebody had a YouTube channel that was like, how to deal with holding hostages, right? Like,
Yeah, something like that.
and it was like, make sure to like and subscribe.
It was so weird. But hey, yeah. Um, so she gets the one shot off, doesn't make it, and then the one chick, she's all right getting up, and then shoots it again and shoots the light out, and then the girl's like freaking out, like, "Oh my god!"
That's when
And
the glass lands on her.
opens the yeah, yep. And then she opens the door, and Maya's hiding for a moment. All of a sudden, you see the laser come on, like point right on her chest, and she's just getting pummeled by bolts of some sort, like lug nuts. Yeah. Um, and then she gets knocked out, and Maya just knocks her out for her basic lights out for her right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Because she's a tire
Where
up.
are we? Did he? Oh yeah, yeah. They
Well,
took it
she shows.
right. Yeah, she sends a text message to the other two. Um, yeah, so we're back in front, and they're still arguing, and then that's where the two get a text message, and it's basically their other buddy in the back that just got tied up, and it says Maya XO on it. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
uh oh. They both look at each other like, what? Um, and then I keep losing my spot here on this thing.
Let's see.
Oh, right here. So Vickie is not good. Maya and Zane is basically like done with this Vickie, and oh no, I'm sorry. Before I get into that, the other girl that was with Vickie runs to the back when he gets that picture of their friend tied up, and then Vickie and Zane start still arguing about the whole Maya money situation. That's where Vickie's like just had it with them and just shoots them, or has his buddy shoot him, and
It was
Henry
pretty.
was right. It was
Yeah. Pretty brutal.
brutal.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the. Yeah, because the second episode didn't really have any gore, right? Like the.
No.
Or they didn't really show it too much up close. I know she maybe took out some people on the train or something, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was very. Yeah, that the Daredevil scene in the first episode, and then this was. Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Pretty intense.
So yeah, when that happens, once Vickie's dead, the one girl that was running back to untie her friend basically runs out the front door, and they're like, "Oh, just let her go, leave her, whatever. She's not gonna come back." Um, as that's happening, then the ring just all the lights in there just turn red, and then music just starts blaring. I don't even remember the song. It was like
Dragula by Rob Zombie.
it was
And the
Rob
like
Zombie. Yep,
red
yep.
lights come on.
Yeah, it
Super
was.
loud.
Yeah, and Henry's like, well, the breaker is in the laser tag room.
Shouting because
So,
it's so loud.
oh yeah, they're definitely all shouting. So Zane has his guys go back there and try to go get the laser tag and bring Henry with. One guy that opens the box gets shocked away, and Henry just starts laughing, and then he gets hit in the head before it, which was pretty funny. As that happens and all these other guys start spreading out, and you start seeing Maya taking them out one by one and just kicking her ass.
Kicking ass.
And then she takes the last guy in that's still up in the laser tag room and pretty much just breaks him through the wall where it says "Make America Skate Again."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I'd seen. I don't know if that was in a trailer. So I think it was some kind of trailer. I remember seeing that part. So excited to finally get to see this part.
So yeah, that was pretty neat going through the wall like that. She finally gets a gun, and she starts getting images of her ancestor Tuklo, and as Tuklo's shooting, Maya's shooting, and it's like perfect shooting. She's like having the best aiming in her life, so she's getting a little Tuklo in her right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Maya's just like supercharged right now, just shooting people and running out of. When she runs out of ammo, she just starts beating the crap out of people or taking stuff that's around. And like the one, I think she used her boot blade and like sliced one of the dude's necks. I was like, oh wow, yeah. I heard it. I was like, and you see his blood just slide, and then he just falls in. Like, okay. I liked when she took out the ski balls and started throwing those and whipping them around. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And until we see she runs into Zane, and Zane's got Bonnie with the gun. He's like got his arm around her with his gun just kind of hanging. So Maya stops attacking,
Just
and then
drop the
all of a
ski
sudden,
ball as well.
yeah, she's just basically done. Like, okay, because she's doesn't want Bonnie to get hurt. And then we jump to where we see Maya and Henry. They're on their knees in the middle of the skate ring. Two guns basically pointed at the back of their heads. And Zane is basically ready to shoot them both, kill them, as he gets a call. And he's got like, I don't know if it's 80s or 90s. I said 90s. Some song called New York Minute. I'm like, man, this guy loves New York.
Yeah.
And the person that calls him basically tells him not to kill, which we know. I think we know who it is.
Yeah, and I'm sure the New York thing had something to do with who it was, and I mean
right.
it was kind of comical. Like nobody expect. Like he almost seemed a little embarrassed or something that it played, but
Big guy is calling.
mm-hmm.
So Zane gets off the phone, and he's just like, he looks like he's like trying to keep like it in, like taking all the rage that he has to just go through,
Mm-hmm.
and has to bottle it up and just like suck it in because if he kills her, he's gonna die. So he knows not to do that.
Yeah, he could tell
So
he's like, but I just give me a little. Fine.
yeah, he's like, no. So yeah, so they all leave. Zane and his what's left of his goons leave. And then we see Maya and Bonnie walking back to Bonnie's truck, as I think it's parked in the back at this point.
Yeah, and they're all like, what the f just happened? Like, why are we alive? Basically.
Yeah, they just look at each other. And then those two argue about what's going on, and Bonnie's like trying to make sure she's gonna stay safe and the family, and Echo is basically like, or Maya is like basically like, yeah, I got this. I'm going to make this right, kind of thing. But and then I'm assuming Bonnie at that point just goes off. And then we jump back to Maya and Henry in Henry's office, trying to figure out what the hell just happened, because they're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
We did all this. You did this. You did that, and we were about to die, and then we didn't. Like, what? And then Henry's like, what I feel like I'm missing something. I think he said something about like trying to figure out how to clean this all up or make it right.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's now he's on board with if the offer's still there, he's willing to help her now, right?
Yeah. And he even says, we know who allowed us to stay alive, and she's like, there's no way.
Right. He's like, I shot him in the face.
Yeah. So then we jump back to Maya's house, and we then see Skully come in, and he's got a package with him, which is Maya's new prosthetic leg that he rebuilt or built with all her requested specifications.
Yeah.
And with an added little, it's got like this extra little gold piece that connects. It's like part of her heritage, and she's like, that's not me.
She likes simpler look,
And he's like, you're from New York.
And this is represents your people and everything, and
yep.
It sounded like it was gonna grow on her. Then he offered to paint it black, and she's like,
I'll just put it over. I'll just put the leg over. And he kind of looks sad about that. She's like, just kidding.
Just teasing. Yeah. When I first saw him hold up that piece, I was like, that's not the leg, right?
I saw that first too. I'm like, huh. So are you Asgardian too, Skully? Because what? Like, God, you call Wakandans for a little help making it compact?
Well, that would be interesting if it were comprised.
Can you imagine this random guy in Oklahoma, just a pawn shop owner, is like, yeah, I got friends.
Yeah. Yep.
All of a sudden, you see Wong and what's her name come through the portal and say, Sculler. That would be hilarious. Yeah. So then she puts on her new leg, puts on a new symbol, and then they start talking about family business and her grandmother, and basically Scully's talking to both of them to make them both like come to their senses and get them to talk, is what he's trying to do.
Yep.
And yeah, so After that, we go to, it's kind of a little montage. Bike, Maya's on her bike right around town. We see Bonnie in a bar. Then Maya's walking around town, and then we go to a church where we see Chula and Biscuits basically singing a
Singing like
hymn in
hymns,
Native
yeah.
American.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get back to Maya's house where she pulls up to her house, starts kind of unpacking her stuff, taking her helmet off and her backpack.
And I
She
just
looks
knew it.
around, kind of, what's that?
I just knew this was coming.
Yeah. And she looks around, kind of looking around, scoping out her place, and she looks and kind of stops, and there he is, Mr. Big Man himself, Kingpin.
Complete with eye patch.
Yep.
Standing.
And they just stare at each other, and that was end of scene.
Yep. Basically, the third episode essentially ends the same as the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
First one,
Yep.
we get to see the Kingpin still alive, and this one, Maya gets to see he's still alive.
Yep. And yep.
I kind of figured.
I suppose I got to rate this now.
I suppose so. I was gonna say though, I'm guessing he, maybe he still sees her as family. Maybe still wants to get something out of her. Maybe he thinks she can still move to the dark side or something. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. Well, here we go.
39.
Is that those action sequences help, right? Like, I mean,
that helped. Yeah.
Give it a little bit more of a.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. It does help. I don't know. I don't need action necessarily, but it helps. I'll round it up to 4 for this one. And even 4. So that gives us a 395. Yeah, pretty much pretty even around right around 4 so far. We've been giving it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty decent.
Now you got to go watch Bad Batch.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, maybe after this series. Yeah.
It's really good. I mean, it's only been 3 episodes, but they got something coming on. It's gonna be a big event because it's the end. This is the series ending here, so it's the last season.
Yeah, I gotta give.
Because Dave Filoni's got a movie coming out. Jon Favreau's got stuff coming out. So they're connected. It's gonna be something huge.
Wait, there's something separate that Jon Favreau's working on?
Mandalorian?
Oh, but they're both working on that, right?
Yeah. But also, Filoni's got the movie coming.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the movie.
Favreau's a movie?
No, I mean, aren't Filoni and Favreau aren't both involved with the Mandalorian movie?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
So what's the other project you're referring to?
I thought it was just Mandalorian.
Oh, you just mean season 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, and Ahsoka, he just got done with that. Well, he was a producer on that one.
I gotta say, Ahsoka. I feel like Ahsoka gets a bad rap. Like
Ahsoka.
I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Of course, I've liked Ahsoka since she's been introduced because she's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he's a producer for The Mandalorian
and
Grogu.
And Goku.
Yeah, I always want to say Goku. I'm like,
well, that would be a crossover.
And he's an executive producer for Skeleton Crew.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which is that's going to be 8 episodes. So
nice.
I don't even have a date when Mandalorian and Grogu is going to come out.
Who would have thought? You know what? Who would have thought? Boy, there's so many Friends characters. I swear, like, who would have thought? I never would have thought his character from Friends would turn out to be what he's doing today, and I never would have thought Paul Rudd's character from Friends would turn out to be what he is.
Yeah, actually, I mean, he always talks about the story when he was like 15 or something. He worked at a movie theater, and it was like Star Wars that made him fall in love with movie making.
Probably similar with
But I
Filoni,
didn't know
I
he
would
was wanted
imagine.
to make movies because he did acting first. So I mean, there's a lot of actors that also go into directing. So
Yeah, because he did.
makes sense.
I never saw Swingers, but
I never saw Swingers, but wasn't that one of his first ones?
I think so. Him and Vince Vaughn. But I don't know. Yeah, because he directed, right?
Yeah, he did a lot of comedy, and then he kind of veered off of that and got into the
He did a lot with
to
Vince Vaughn, right? Specifically.
yeah.
Um,
Now he seems like he just wants to be a very serious storyteller, which I appreciate because he's good at what he does.
the hell is the search bar on IMDb? Oh, I had to go back.
On the top, for me, it's on the top.
Yeah, well, I was on the Echo page and it was just not showing for some reason. So yeah, Swingers. He was a direct. He did direct that, right? Right. I didn't know Heather Graham was in it. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, he wrote it. Okay.
See what Dave Filoni's got going right now. So he has Bad Batch just came out. Dude, this guy is doing. He's just he's like the um Kevin Feige of Star Wars right now, because Feige's always an executive producer in everything. Literally, Filoni
Sorry,
since Rebels,
I just
executive
thought.
producer.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I just thought of a weird,
Mandalorian.
nice. I just thought of a weird connection. Did you ever see the movie The Breakup? With Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. Jon Favreau was one of Vince Vaughn's brothers in that. Do you remember who the other brother was?
Yeah, it was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Kingpin himself, baby.
Yep. Full circle.
Yeah, I wonder, but it makes me wonder, how did Vincent get that job? I don't know.
So we got.
I guess Jon Favreau's not really involved with the Marvel side of things, right?
He was at the beginning. I mean, he got the start.
Oh yeah, duh. Of course. Maybe.
I mean, I think he was producing stuff still when Endgame came out for them to get the story right.
I never know. Could be some connection there with that.
He could. I mean, I think he's just basically a Disney director at this point. That. I mean, he's just doing stuff for Disney, and I think he's getting paid fat money. So why leave? He likes working with Dave Filoni, and he's got a pretty good gig.
Oh yeah.
If I knew how to do that, and that looks like it could be fun, probably stressful but fun.
Yeah, it almost feels like Filoni almost feels like to Star Wars as like this is a weird comparison, but it reminds me of like Johnny Ive with Apple, like how he just like kind of came up with the iMac and the iPod designs and stuff. He just kind of like came in and just basically revolutionized things for the for the company.
What I just heard that someone said this, that the George Lucas era of Star Wars storytelling is about to end with the Bad Batch, because once the Bad Batch is over, everything from there, unless they go another show between those from 3 to 4.
Well,
but I mean,
unless it's already out, is season 2 of Andor out? Wait, what era is that again? Yeah, that's George Lucas era.
Yeah,
I
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're so they were wrong.
Who forgot about that?
I did. I forgot.
Oh no, I thought you heard about that from someone else. Anywho.
Well, I did read about it, but then you just said that. But yeah, that was just a post online.
I mean, there's no new shows maybe that are in that era.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
Because they're going in the High Republic era, and then they're going to be everything after. Everything between 6 and 7. Maybe a little. I don't know if they went. No, I think it's just going to be 6 and 7. Then the Rey stuff is going to be after 9, because it's supposed to be like 10 years later.
And I don't care what anyone says. I'm excited about that. Like, I like Rey
But
as
I
a
think,
character.
but I think I am too. But I think they're going to actually approach this with a plan instead of like they did last
A
time. They ain't gonna have a
plan?
plan.
How ridiculous!
Yeah, just go in there and just
Ah,
you know.
and I love J.J. Abrams. Well, at least I have.
I did
I
too.
used. Yeah,
I
he's fine. I don't know. Like,
he I don't know. He got too. He did too much lens flare. Okay, say it. I
Damn
get it.
lens.
Lens flare.
How dare you try to get
Every
the correct camera lighting?
he did it in Star Trek, both of them, both
Yeah.
movies. He did a lens flare,
Mm-hmm.
and he did it in Star Trek. I'm like, he won't do a lens flare in Star Trek. He'll make it different. First trailer is a big lens flare. I'm like, you got to be kidding
It
me.
was a trendy thing for a while, I guess. But yeah.
I didn't really like it. I like it looked cool once for
Yeah.
one movie. Like when they did it on Star Trek, they should have just did it there and then left it alone.
They
Not keep on doing it.
definitely did it in the prequels too, though. So I
Yeah,
guess
they did.
it's canonical now to
Ugh.
include lens flares.
But yes, I just wish they would have had. Now it seems like they have a plan. I mean, Filoni is just basically the ringleader of everything now. That's Star Wars storyline,
Mm-hmm.
which is great because they can't just go, well, I'm just going to write this script and put it out there, and then you get to do the next one. Let me put some shit on here and take a dookie here. All right, cool.
I
Oh,
just
wait, Luke
realized
Skywalker, he's got to die. Bye.
Filoni and I never really thought about it, but Filoni and Lucas both kind of have the same affectation to their voice too. These like soft spoken, like a little bit higher pitched to him, like Filoni doesn't really sound like that, but
They're,
but
they're nerds.
They're kind of yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're Okay, so Filoni is basically he's I think he's an animation nerd at heart,
Mm-hmm.
where George was a director at heart, and
Right. And he is. I mean,
storyteller.
he knows storytelling
Filoni,
for sure.
yeah, Filoni he's the new Lucas, as
Right.
I see it, the new next generation of Lucas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Think about that. He didn't even think about at the time. He was like, I didn't even think about making movies. He was just wanting to be in animation. He's making freaking movies now.
I just realized
That's
too.
insane.
Yeah. And on the Favreau
This is
side, sorry, go
wow. I was gonna say his path is like interesting how it went. He probably didn't like everyone has that interesting path they go. I'm like getting the Star Wars lore kind of thing. I feel like the path.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
and I just realized
crazy.
you mentioned how Favreau's all Disney. Like, yeah, he has kind of the trifecta because he's done at least 2 live action Disney movies also, like Disney proper movies, Jungle Book and Lion King, right? Yeah, he's
Well, I mean, technically Iron Man was under Paramount at the time when he made that one, but he did take a risk with Marvel and help them try to get this going, and they did good.
It was under Paramount. So Paramount owned Marvel Studios at the time?
No, Marvel Studios, I think needed a studio behind, like a big studio behind them, because they didn't have enough money. So I don't know how, because Marvel Studios got bought up by Disney eventually, but I don't think Paramount had the rights to Iron Man or Captain America or anything. I would think it was just they needed a bigger studio to help them to get it out there.
Interesting.
But they had to front. I think they had to front a lot of money to get it to go, and then they took a big risk because Robert Downey Jr. at the time was not so likable in Hollywood.
Right. Yeah. Well, it paid off.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard some people say, not to go too long here at the end, but the other thing I heard was some people think that like the Blade movies were like the origin of the MCU or something. Have you heard that before? I don't actually understand that.
I mean,
really,
what they're saying is Blade. If it wasn't for Blade and the success that Blade 1 had, Marvel Studios would not exist, or it would have been bought out by someone before Disney.
So there wasn't
And who knows what route it would have went.
There wasn't any of the same people or anything involved with Blade then.
No. Maybe Kevin Feige.
Seriously, if you go to any IMDb page right now, the search bar is not there right now. Like, you have to.
I just had to reload.
Oh, okay. Classic.
Let's see. Kevin Feige.
Bad. Yeah. What is the?
I gotta go wait. He's got a lot. Like.
Kevin, Kevin.
Nope. His first one was X-Men. Producer, associate producer, Daredevil, co-producer, X-Men 2, co-producer, Hulk, executive producer, The Punisher, executive producer, Spider-Man 2, executive producer, co-producer of Elektra, executive producer of Man-Thing. Man-Thing? Fantastic Four, producer, X-Men 3, producer, Spider-Man 3, producer, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, producer, Iron Man, producer.
Wait. Oh, Feige was a producer of X-Men 3? Oh, maybe I did know that.
Yeah, he did all the X-Men. He's associate producer, I should say. And then he finally gets the producer level at Iron Man.
That is crazy. IMDb is such a rabbit hole. I'm reminded that Ryan Reynolds was in Blade Trinity, and that guy has apparently done more comic book stuff than I realized.
Oh, I guarantee coming into Marvel in his third movie, there's apparently there's gonna be a lot of cameos there. I know that Wesley Snipes and him didn't get along well, but if we could see a variant of Blade in the movie,
I didn't know that. Awesome. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I bet that
Wesley
character.
Snipes stand him.
That character he played too in Blade Trinity had to, for Ryan Reynolds, it had to be, which apparently was Hannibal King. I remember that being so witty and everything, and I bet that helped get him as Deadpool initially. What the heck? I didn't realize some of these people that were in. Well, I vaguely remember the guy from Prison Break being in Blade 3, but the guy, there's this
dude. Listen to this, Kevin Feige. How many upcoming projects do you think he has?
16.
Ooh, you were close. You were really close. 18.
Oh wow, that's pretty crazy.
I don't here we got what if.
This John Michael.
There's no more what if.
John Michael Higgins guy was also in Blade 3. This is like the game show guy. That's crazy. Anyway, and of course Triple H was also in that.
Listen to this. So Kevin Feige slate. What if? Because there's more what if coming out.
Mm-hmm.
X-Men 97, which is coming out March 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm excited about because I loved when I was a kid, loved that show.
Mm-hmm.
So for kids, X-Men kids back in the 90s, it's going to bring back so many memories.
Reminds me, I have a clip to send to you from the original cartoon.
Let's see, Deadpool and Wolverine. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's going to be another animation.
Mm-hmm.
Born Again, or Daredevil Born Again. Agatha Darkhold's Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America, Brave New World, Thunderbolts, The Fantastic Four, Blade, Avengers, Kang Dynasty, Avengers, Secret Wars. What is this? An untitled Star Wars project / Kevin Feige project. Interesting. Marvel Zombies, an untitled Marvel Nova project, Wonder Man, Ironheart, and an untitled Marvel X-Men.
Ironheart, that was Kiki from Wakanda Forever.
Riri Williams.
Riri.
You said Kiki.
I don't know why I do that.
I was like, who's Kiki?
I don't know. Is it real name? Oh no, her character. No.
I don't know what her real name is.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah. Let's see. Wakanda for. All right. We'll wrap it up here. I swear. Let's see. I just want to see if I'm. All right. Let's see. So you said reread. Nope, definitely not. All right. I don't know where I got the name. Anywho. Yeah. What do you think? Should we call it? Should we call it a show?
Call the show.
All right. I suppose it's been fun. Thanks. Thanks everybody for listening and watching us live. Yeah.
And us rambling
Yeah.
at the end there.
Nerd talking.
Nerd. What?
Talking. If you want to reach us, if you'd like to write in, you can do so at disnerdsplus@gmail.com. Disnerdsplus.com is the website. Recording.
Yeah.
Still recording Thursdays, at least for the next 2 episodes here, 7:30 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/shavemaddox. You can find my cat cool as a cucumber, and you can find me at shavemaddox. Until next time. Bye. Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye.
Dunzo Magunzo.
Meow.
Meow. Whew.
Yeah. That was a good episode.
Yeah. We done did it.
Ugh. I'm so happy tomorrow's Friday. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A week.
The week indeed.
Can't wait for Saturday night. It's gonna be fun. Saturday night. What?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna starting off at Magellan, or not Magellan. Salty Toad.
Oh boy. I need to
Play some pool.
Yeah, I was supposed to invite you guys to thing. But you're already busy, I guess. Obviously. Yeah, but maybe I'll meet back up. We'll see.
Sounds good. What are you doing?
Oh,
Got
Joe's birthday thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I will catch you later.
Yeah. Have a wonderful evening.
You as well. I might go and play a little Fortnite.
Gotcha.
And you're like, God, why? Don't say that name in front of me.
No, I just can't do it more than once a week. I'm yeah.
I know. That's fair. I can respect that.
All right.
So, all right, man.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. We will see you on the flip side.